So if you're having trouble mid-range on to the lockout to the bench press, these are some of the best things that you're going to do to help you get through that sticking point. Hey guys, Coach Ben here, bigbenchas.com, and today we are talking about some of the best movements for lockout work in the bench press. So if you're having trouble mid-range on to the lockout to the bench press, these are some of the best things that you're going to do to help you get through that sticking point. One of my all-time favorite things is the board press. You can't go wrong with a board press. That board will help cut range of motion, and it will allow you to really target that end range, that lockout portion of the bench. All right, you can use whatever board fits your range of motion. For example, I prefer doing a 1.5-1 board. Someone with longer arms may work majority with a 3 board. All right, but find that board that cuts your range of motion in about half, and then board pressing is a great way to get your end range strength up. Another one that I love is pin pressing. Now, pin pressing is unique because you are starting from the bottom position. All right, you're not taking it out and going through an eccentric portion. So you're working off the pins. The pins is taking up the whip, the bend of the bar. So it's a very tough variation. All right, it's like a rack pull on deadlift versus doing a block pull. All right, the pin press is going to be a great variation as well to bring up your end range strength. And then we have the good old floor press. Now, floor press is another unique one because our range is going to be limited by the floor itself and our elbows traveling down. So we're going to get a partial range out of the floor press as well. A little bit of a different variation. All 3 of these that I just mentioned, board pressing, pin pressing, floor pressing, all these partial range movements, we can spice up, kick up a notch with the use of adding bands and or chains, any accommodating resistance. Because, for example, one of my favorites, banded board pressing, or especially if you take a close grip. Because if you have that weak point and you're stopping mid-range of your weak point, those bands are going to make you really have to accelerate off that board if you want to finish that lift strong. So anytime you can add bands and or chains, that's going to be a great way to help target that end range and really force you to have to push through all the way to that final lockout. And then of course, high rep tricep work. I love high rep tricep work for getting that end range lockout strength up, something that helped me tremendously in my lifting. And what I mean by high rep tricep work, you could do board press close grip. You could do something up to 20 reps with it, because at that rate, the fatigue's gonna start to set in and it's gonna be harder and harder to get that final little lockout. So high rep tricep work is really great for that final little lockout piece at the very end. So if you're a shirted lifter, that's very, very valuable. All right, you're working under a ton of fatigue when you're hitting that high rep. So there you have it, guys. Some of the best lockout movements that you can do for your bench press. Throw them into your training if that's a weak point. Hammer it home, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel over here. Check out the links in the description box below. You can see a video related on this topic right here, and then our latest video right there. Thanks for watching.